Welcome to the Paranormal Highway Mailbag. I'm just gonna have fun with you guys because you guys know I'm disappearing for a whole week. So you guys still want to see me? I'm around. I'm doing a mailbag. What I mean is, I'm reading some great emails and comments that I've received, and so I'm gonna read some of this stuff that was sent to me. Now, like I said, this is relax, have fun. If this ain't your cup of tea, have fun. See you later. I'll come back next time for a show that is more that you will like. Okay? Okay. All right. Eric, I really enjoy your show, but may I ask, why have there been so many different hosts now since you started in 2019? Good question. That's a fair question. The Gypsy Road channel kind of started like when it was called Gypsy Road. It started back in 2019. Before that, I had some other channels got taken down. I guess the show was too rough. I don't know. Mr. True Thoughts. I guess my thoughts were too true. I was doing some individual things, having fun with it. When my brother was a host for a while, his channel got a few strikes. He couldn't go live, so he just decided to go live on mine. And we had a good time. We had a fun time, and it was fun. We did it for a year or two. It was fun, and at the time, it was time to, branch out. Not branch out. He had his own channel, and and I still wonder why I was never a guest on his own channel, only on my channel. It's weird, huh? How come I don't get invited to other people's channel? But that was fun. And then for a while, Bigfoot Anon, Connor Flynn, great guy. I love the energy from Connor Flynn. He was just an easygoing, a happy, fun guy. You know what I mean? Just fun. Just enjoys life. And he's going to do big things. Connor's going to do big things. I do wish he'd come back a lot more. I wish he would kind of join the show again and all that. He was fun. He didn't take everything so seriously. He just wants to have fun and listen to everybody's story and listen to the folklore. And so Connor Flynn was great. There was a guy actually. When Bob was on, there was a third guy for a while too, named Richard. I forgot his last name. That in the beginning he was fun. But he started to be a little bit too conspiracy. It was getting to a point. It was too much for me. I don't mind conspiracy talk, but when it got to the point, his conspiracy stuff that deals with the Bibles and the shapes of the planets and all that, it was just a little bit too much. That I wasn't having fun at all. Having fun again actually came back when it was a lot of shows was done with Connor and I. I mean, that was fun. That was fun. And then Connor was getting a lot of good opportunities to go to a lot more cons and being like spokesperson and making some making some small movies and videos and all that. So he's doing great things, and that's awesome. So his time is very, very, very valuable. Okay, and then after that, you have Anthony, you have Ron from Cosmic Neighbors, Anthony of Unidentified S4, and that's still going on to this day. We're still going on each other. That is fun in a different way because everybody has a different point of view of whatever subject you bring up. Ron is like that science guy that really understands science too. So you're not there researching the science part of it. You got a guy right there that probably knows the science of it. And Anthony's love for UFOs and learning what's out there. I mean, that's awesome stuff. I mean, and then you put all three, it's a very fun combination because, we don't all agree 100% the same, which we shouldn't. I mean, if we all agree everything the same, then why do a show? Why do a show? So, and all that. And so basically that's it. That's it. And I still do solo stuff here and there because I love doing solo. I'm doing solo right now. It's very fun and all that. So good question. Good question. Eric, you mentioned a lot that you really believe answers are with the paranormal versus UFOs and Bigfoot. What do you mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is Bigfoot, you're just there technically to prove, the main thing to prove he's real, right? But that fake. I know he's real. I had an encounter with the Bigfoot when I was a kid. But to prove the world that he's real. So it's like fake or real. It's 50-50. Right? And and if it's proven tomorrow without a doubt, and everybody can say Bigfoot's real, then basically after that is more researching on how do they hide out so well? What can we learn from them? So there'd be a lot of learning of how do they hide so well? You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of things you can learn for that. But the main thing is real or not. UFOs, unidentified flying objects, but the main thing behind that is UFOs from outer space, ships from outer space. Again, almost like Bigfoot, real or fake. I know they're real. But it's more of a 50-50, and they are real. Then, the learning curve on that is just, it's a little bit different than Bigfoot, because I don't look at Bigfoot as learning how the engineering part of the species and how they travel and all that. But with UFOs, how did they get here? How they travel? So there's probably a little bit more. You're more intrigued once you prove that they are real, how they get here. Now, the paranormal is life after death, right? Energy. How it's one thing to prove that ghost is real. If you got everybody in the world to believe that ghost is real, then how are they real? Is it your energy? Do they have memories? You know what I mean? It's and then if that ghost is part of you there, how are we there? Does that mean there's life after death? You know what I mean? There's so much supernatural that the proof of that, of knowing that your energy goes somewhere, to me is the ultimate thing, because we all know older you get, closer you are to dying. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's flat out true. So, so that can be interesting. Just knowing I know it's dangerous, right? Because what if you did learn that life after death and there is no life after death? Well, if there is no life after death, you're probably never going to learn that, because something would have to tell you that's the case. I mean, what I mean? I mean, who's gonna tell you where you're gonna say, "Oh God, that sucks," right? Another person, because they don't know, they haven't died. I mean, I don't know how we'll ever know there's no life after death. So I'll just stick with life after death. That's a good one. That's a good question. Eric, you suck. Why do you even do it? You're never going to make it. You should just quit now. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably need to quit, right? You're probably 100% right. I love it. Here's another bad one. Eric, you know why your brother's not on your show? Because he's smarter and he talks better than you. He knows more than you. You were just bringing him down with nonsense. So he's so that's I don't have this guy didn't even know how to write. So it's probably the best thing in the world that he left your channel. Oh, maybe. Hey, if I'm not somebody's cup of tea, I'm not somebody's cup of tea. Hey, listen, everybody has the right to their opinion on who they like, who they don't like. If people only watch me because he was on the show, okay, they like that combination. When that combination's not there, they don't like the newer combination. Hey, that's fine. There's a lot of channels that finds it. You know, I am not everybody's cup of tea. I know that. You know, hey, listen, I remember when Bob was on the show, I never get invited to go on people's shows. Never. Nobody ever wanted me on their shows. I'm talking about in the past. The only time I would get invited is only if I bring Bob along. And that's a fact. That really happens. That people will not invite me on. And, you know, and to this day, even starting from 2018, if I really seriously think about it, I still don't really get invited on people's shows. I know I've been on Anthony's and Cosmic Neighbors because, you know, we're all friends, we're together. But beyond that, I mean, I guess I've been on Texas Front Porch twice, Bigfoot Michigan Rob's channel. You know, I've been on there twice. I've been on Jeff Harding's channel, Pine Island Research, one time. You know, I've been on Aliens Girl channel twice. And I'm trying to think. Couch's GNA. I've been on their channel once. Nona Boss on her channel once. Her son's Matt. I've been on his channel once. And I'm trying to think. Has there ever been anybody else? That's probably about it. And if you think about the channels I just announced for my main channel here since 2019, in 4 years, that's a pretty pathetic number. Because, yeah, I don't know. What can I say? I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I don't know. You know? Eric, you mentioned that you try to get in contact with a lot of paranormal groups up in Washington, but none of them will let you join your team. Why is that? Because they're dumbasses. Some of these groups, they're like their own little cults and all that. And you know, sometimes they talk about bringing people on, but a lot of these people, they're just cliques. And I don't know what it is. You know, when they see me on a YouTube channel, cowboy hat, I'm a little bit outspoken, and I don't know if they're afraid that I won't exaggerate with them. I don't know. I've tried. Now have been honest with some of these channels, saying, you know, I don't have the best hearing in the world. You guys know, I had hearing issues my whole life. Shit, I was considered deaf when I was a kid. You know, had to get an operation to be able to hear. So, and I still have problems with a certain low sound. When it hits a certain low, I can't hear it. And unfortunately for me, some of the ghost sounds are in that lower pitch I can't hear. So someone saying, you know, we're afraid you're going to miss it and all that. And to me, well, fuck it. If the ghost can't speak loud enough for me to hear, then they're not there, right? They don't exist. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't get invited. It is. It is. You are the worst thing that's ever happened to YouTube. They should be banning you every time you come on. Yeah, maybe. They should. They should. They should. I don't know. You're right. Oh God, I love people. You ever postings on Reddit? Oh my God. Oh, guys. I have my own page on Reddit, right? And I'll post things on my own page. And when you're on Reddit, you could click misinformation or I don't know, like different complaints about people. and hopefully the moderators will see them and get this person off. It's my channel. I'm the moderator. I'm the fraud. So I'd be like, dude, you know, this is my channel, right? This is my thing. So take a hike. It's hilarious. It's like, oh, wow. You know, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? But you know what? Here, let me go. I'm going here. Some other areas of, you know, I do like some people, a new person that just left comments just recently. I have had similar experience and have compassion for these young ladies, as who knows, it's easy to live with. Those are my favorite, because if I could show you got an interview and you love what they've said and done, you know, that's what I live for. Sending positive thoughts and much strength to Gloria and Aline. I love stuff like that. I love stuff. Ida Bustamante. Hello, Eric. This was a great interview. You know, most stories you read are where you hear where the children interacts with the spirit child. I love it when people love certain shows. I mean, it's just fantastic. Akasha Chris, I love when people also add like some added stuff. Like, I met the man because I did a video on, is the Travis Walton abduction story real? And Akasha Chris wrote, I met the man and got to talk to him and I 100% believe him. One of the most humble people I've ever met. And that, I love those kind of tweets and stuff like that, because you know, they're telling you that I met the person, how humble that person is. And if that means anything to anybody, that for me, I feel that this guy is telling the truth. I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Eat shit and die. Ouch. I always get stuff held in review. I always have to look at it held in review. Eat shit and die. Devil Wellcock is a fraud from the beginning. Oh, I agree with you, Johnny Abortion. I agree with you 100%. I agree. Love it. Great show. I mean, there's so many great people. I just love it and all that. And I do appreciate everything that you do. So keep up the hard work. Thank you. So this is some good stuff. There's some good stuff. Awesome show. Scary stuff. You know, and yeah, then you got these. You're such a loser. I can't believe anybody would even sit there and watch you. But you're watching me. I mean, if you hate me that much, why are you watching me and all that? You know, Eric, I don't understand you. You used to talk to Flat Earthers community in the past, but it seems like now you don't say nice things about them. You know what, that's a fair question. That's a fair question. When I open up my channel, I've always said I want to talk to everybody, even though the earth is a ball for me. I truly wanted to know, why do people think the earth is flat? And I met some wonderful people. Don't get me wrong. I could care less if you think the world is a potato shape, you know, round, flat. I don't know. I don't care. To me, at the end of the day, if you're a good person and you're good to other people, you know, it's whatever you like. It's fine. But the problem is there's certain communities. I know everybody thinks their community is the worst. Everybody in the UFO community, they have the worst community of dysfunction and all that. And there's more dysfunction in the Mandela effect and the flat earth community out of any other community. Because as soon as you say, You know what? I looked at your evidence. I listened. I interviewed David Wise. I had him on the show. The Brian Staley's of the world, the Karen of the world. I had him up. But at the end of the day, after listening to everything, I wasn't convinced that the world's flat. I wasn't. But as soon as you say you're not convinced, people turn on you. They turn on you so goddamn quick. And I'm not gonna say some of these names. Some of these names has even said, if I see you go on his channel, I will ban you from my channel. So it's funny because we are all supposed to be open-minded and respect other people's opinions, as long as we do it in a safe manner. But some of these communities, as soon as you do that, they hate you. Oh, he's a Globie. Oh, he's this, he's that. So I don't even bother. I don't even bother because as soon as I bring up that topic, they hit you. They send thousands of people to dislike you, to say bad things, to disrupt the people in the chat. So it's not even worth it. And listen, your belief is your belief. Just be a good person. That's all I care about, is being a good person. You know, it's just like the Mandela effect community. Oh my God. If the Mandela effect hasn't happened to you, everybody else are a bunch of liars and they're fakes and they're frauds. Some reason in that community, now, not all, there's some great, fantastic channels who I consider my friends, my personal friends. But the majority of the other ones, beyond my friends, they are ready to pounce you because if it does not come from them, it's not an effect. And the whole purpose of the belief in Mandela effect is, for whatever reason, you have a memory change different from everybody else. And if you go in the community, everybody will say people wake up. If you believe in that, people wake up different times. Well, if you believe that, you can't pounce people for having different memories as you. You can't. I have people, listen, I remember one time, there's some effects, right? I can't remember. I think it was Spider-Man conversation. We're having a Spider-Man conversation about Spider-Man with the webs underneath his armpits. And I said, that is one of the hardest Mandela effects to ever prove. And people started talking crap about me because I said that, like he's saying this, he's saying it can't happen. No, I'm saying it's one of the hardest. And what I was meaning by that is, you're talking about a comic. These comics go back 60s and 50s and 40s. And there's so many different runs, so many different drawings, versions of a Spider-Man with webs, no webs, different, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Incredible Spider, you know what I mean? There's so many different, you know, in trying to pinpoint exactly where that change is, it's a little bit more difficult. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but it's difficult in the world where you're saying you're trying to find residue to prove it. It's hard to prove of all the different runs. And when Spider-Man came out, we weren't even born yet. It's just like people who said Nelson Mandela died twice, Ed McMahon handing out checks, when these people weren't even born. Well, if you weren't even born, you don't have a memory of it. You know, you can't, I mean, you know, a memory is when you saw it yourself the first time and then it changes. You know, so so. But overall, I appreciate the comments people leave, and I appreciate you guys and the people who, from the beginning of time since 2019, that has stuck around. Not a lot of people, but like Hobbs stuck around. Shelly Morrison stuck around with me. God, I'm sorry. There's a lot of you, and I appreciate you guys, because you saw a lot of the politics stuff that I have that I've gone through in the past. Because I'm here for one reason. I just want to learn. I want to learn much as I can because life is short. Life is so short. You know, every day I'm at the age where I'm hearing certain friends have died and people are getting cancer. It's so hard. It's just hard, and I just want to learn everything that I can, and I just wish everybody want to learn too, and not go after you if something is different. You know what I mean? I wish people are just can just relax and kick back and just be part of a solution. And I still on YouTube, there's still channels that fight with each other, and I don't know why. Shouldn't we all stop fighting? I mean, it's one thing that we're fighting against the CNN and the Fox News because they're gonna put out news that's a narrative to what they want you to think and want you to believe, right? So you're never gonna get the full truth from them. In Hollywood, they're their own government. They'll make a movie on trying to make you think a certain way. And of course, you can't trust anybody from the government because they're all crooked and frauds, and it's all about the money. Don't get me wrong. There are some people in the government that really does care about people and they want to do things better, but there's a lot of people who don't. Knowing all that you're fighting against a certain system out there, why fight with another channel? What is that going to get you? And sometimes I wonder, who cares who started it, who was wrong, who was right? Can we just all shut up and move forward? Have a beer, have a water, have a coffee, whatever, and just move forward? Because together we are stronger. Separated, we're weak. But I know it's sad that hate sells more than good. And because of that, I'm never going to make it up here. I'm always going to be down here. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And I know there's people who are going to be like me. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. As long as we're good to each other, we have fun and all that. And so beyond that, guys, sorry I went on a little out there. I don't know. But I do truly appreciate every single one of you out there. And let's just do things the honest way. Let's just help each other out. And if I grow, great. If I don't, as long as there's still just one or two people watching, it's all that matters, right? So beyond that, thank you guys for this mailbag. I'll probably do one of these a lot more often. I'll probably research more, bad, good, doesn't really matter. I'll read it. So beyond that, I'll see you all next time on the Paranormal Highway.